Welcome back to this month's edition of Trash Talk Tuesday. In this February edition, our topic focuses on common recycling contaminants and other recycling services offered by DPW. Let's first take a look at what contamination is and how it occurs. Recycling contamination primarily occurs when non-recyclable materials or improperly cleaned materials are put into recycling bins. For example, when materials are not properly cleaned and food residue or other impurities remain on or in a container, that item could transfer impurities to other recyclable materials like paper also residing in the bin, resulting in even further contamination. Residents are often confused about which materials are recyclable and how to properly prepare recyclables for collection. As a result, Baltimore's residential curbside recycling has an average contamination rate of 16%, with plastic bags, food residue, and clamshell packaging being the largest contributors to the contamination rate. Our goal is to decrease our overall contamination rate. So how do we do that? We can decrease contamination by educating ourselves on the proper disposal of different materials. We will go over common myths around recycling and provide facts to ensure no contaminants reach the bin. The first myth is that aluminum foil and aluminum pans are accepted in curbside collection. Unfortunately, aluminum foil and aluminum pans are not accepted even if they are free of food and residue. This is because the flimsy material will tangle in recycling machinery and damage it. The next myth is yogurt and sour cream containers are accepted in curbside collection. The truth is a shocker for many to hear. Yogurt and sour cream containers are not accepted even if they are free of food and residue. If the mouth of the container is wider than the bottom of the container, then it will not be accepted in our recycling program. The rule of thumb is that plastic bottles and jars with narrow mouths are allowed in the recycling bin. Myth number 3 is that recycling arrows on a container means it is definitely recyclable. Recycling arrows do not always mean an item is recyclable. Recycling arrows containing a number or a resin code are placed on items by the industry to make people believe the item can be recycled. Be sure to always view DPW's Recycle Guide to check any item's recyclability. Our last common myth is that items placed in the recycling bin for curbside collection that are not recyclable will be recycled and sorted anyway. Non-recyclable items found in the recycle bin will be sorted out and disposed of in the traditional trash stream. Disposing of non-recyclables in recycling bins could damage recycling machinery. Any materials sorted and thrown out are weighed and analyzed to produce the city's contamination rate. Now that we have debunked common recycling myths, let's look at common items that are found in the recycling bin that are actually contaminants. Remember, these are items that should never be in your blue recycling bin. The first is plastic bags. Flexible packaging like chip bags, juice or soup pouches, snack wrappers, or plastic coffee box liners cannot be recycled. This type of packaging is made from multiple composite materials, preventing it from being recycled. These must be disposed of in the trash. The next item is disposable cups. Cups with plastic or wax coating as well as the lids are not recyclable. The next most common contaminant in the recycling bin are food containers. Takeout containers, even yogurt containers, are not accepted. Carry-out containers made of paper and lined with wax are also not accepted. And lastly, clamshell packaging, which is widely used but unfortunately not recyclable due to its flimsy nature, which can damage recycling machinery. We have touched on many items that we thought were recyclable but unfortunately are not. We will now take a look at other recycling services provided by DPW. DPW has an electronic recycling or e-cycling program which allows residents to bring in common electronics that can be reused or broken down and turned into something else. Donating or recycling electronic devices are ways to help conserve resources and natural materials. While DPW takes electronics in this program, these items cannot be set out for curbside collection and must be taken to one of the city's residential drop-off centers. The list of accepted e-cycle materials is massive in items that we interact with every single day. By recycling all of these items, we are able to reduce the amount of toxins entering the waste stream, such as lead, mercury, and arsenic. We can save landfill space, conserve natural resources, and reduce the rate of electronic waste generated each year. DPW also has a household hazardous waste recycling program. Household hazardous waste is anything that can typically be found on a grocery or home improvement store shelf, such as bleach, ammonia, batteries, or paint. The access to these materials is relatively easy, but disposing of them incorrectly can be hazardous to us and the environment. Household hazardous waste material must be handled, sorted, and recycled according to specific guidelines and regulations. For this reason, Baltimore City residents may recycle their household hazardous waste at our Northwest Residential Drop-Off Center on Sisson Street the first Friday and Saturday between April and October. Be on the lookout for the first household hazardous waste collection April 14th and 15th of 2023. If you are ever unsure of what to recycle or how to recycle an item, visit DPW's Recycle Right tool. This easy-to-use tool helps take the guesswork out of recycling. Just type in or click the name of the item you are looking for, and information will be provided on proper disposal. Most recyclables that are not allowed in your curbside recycle bin can be recycled at any of DPW's 5 residential drop-off centers. Thank you for tuning in to this month's edition of Trash Talk Tuesday. Be on the lookout for the next month's edition of Trash Talk Tuesday titled Organic Waste as a Valuable Resource. If you have any questions, you can email us at recycling@baltimorecity.gov. See you next month.